I'm quickly going over the answers to lesson 1 problem set and homework that you guys should have completed yesterday. If you missed something and you don't understand why, you need to email me, or you could bring it up in our small group discussions that we're going to meet for next week. But to get immediate feedback, it's best if you go ahead and email me. You should have worked it out on the place value charts. Now, Ms. Bridges didn't work it out because I've been doing this for several years, but you should have worked it out just like they did. This one we multiplied by 100, so we moved all the digits 2 times to the left, and we got 345 and 2/10. Remember, your decimal goes straight down in your place value chart, and you move your digits however many numbers of zeros you have in your the factor that you're multiplying by. Here, same number we started with, 3 and 452 thousandths, but we multiplied it by 1,000. So we moved all the digits 3 times left, and we should have gotten 3,452. Remember, even though you don't see a decimal at the end of this number, there is one there. So dividing, so I wanted y'all to know, you might have missed this one if you didn't know that the decimal was at the end. Even though you don't see the decimal in 345, it is there at the end. So I showed you how you should have set up your work. Should have been 345 decimal. Then you should have moved all the digits to the right 2 times because it was multiplying by, it was dividing by 100. So when you move them to the right 2 times, you get 3 and 45 hundredths. Same thing here, 345, decimal goes at the end. We're dividing by 1,000. So we moved all our digits to the right 3 times to get 345 thousandths. If you left this 0 off and you just put decimal 345, that is also an acceptable answer. You can put the 0, you don't have to, but your decimal should be in front of that 3. On the back, very similar problems. The first one you should have gotten 728 and 1/10 because you moved everything left 2 times. The next one you should have gotten 9,254 because you moved everything left 3 times. Again, if you did not know that the decimal was at the end, you might not have set these up correctly, but 678 has a decimal at the end, so it should have been set up like that and then moved everything right twice for 6 and 78 hundredths. You can see I made a mistake. That's why we usually do these in pencil. I made a mistake and I had to scribble it out because I caught my mistake. 67 has a decimal at the end. We're dividing by 1,000, so we moved everything right 3 times. So that was decimal 067 or 67 thousandths. You don't have to put this 0 here that my finger's on top of, but you do have to put that 0 there. Okay, this 0 in the ones place, some people write it with it, some people write it without. But if you left off that 0, then that's not 67 thousandths. If you left that 0 off, it would be 67 hundredths. So that 0 is super important, must be there. If you miss something and you don't understand why, please email me.